There we go. Well. Well.
So I have a feeling that's what he's trying to do. We got your way on the way. Like now.
That's a Busa, buddy. Yeah, baby. All right. God dang. All right, we gotta get used to a racing bike here. This is gonna be different. All right.
Right.
Well, this is the first time I've been on a crotch rocket. And well, number one is a Busa, so wow, this is so different. It's such a different feel, man. Like I said, this is a Suzuki Hayabusa 25th anniversary. A little bright and obnoxious, you think a Hayabusa should be, I think. Wow. I tell you what, as you'd expect, it does have some snort to it for sure, but like really smooth and really put together, you know, like, yeah, like very smooth, very put together. It is kind of a bummer we got to be with the safety, so I can't do as much as I normally would do for this. But hey, I can give you maybe the real life feel of it. So first of all, obviously it's a sport bike. It is meant for sport. It's not really a cruising bike. I can tell you this position, yeah, no, this is not. This is definitely not a position that I prefer. But if I'm running down a track, yeah, obviously, yeah, I want it to be in this position, you know? All right. Woohoo! That's pretty cool. Man, that's got some snort to her. Once again, if you're wondering what snort is, it's, you know, kind of like horsepower and torque kind of combined. It's kind of a country boy way of saying, you know, it go quick. She got some snort. Man, you can get up to speed in a hurry. Okay, it's a 6-speed, cool. Nice on the curved corners, though, for sure. Like, you can really push this thing where you want it to go. And really, reality is probably ain't even the best sport bike in the world. She hugs the corners for sure. And she does like the brakes too, that's cool. Ah, this is a nice machine. I like it. Like I said, definitely would not make this my my commuter bike, my touring bike, or any of that crap, but I tell you what, for just a fun bike, yeah, this would be fun. You could probably get in trouble with this bike if you let yourself. I definitely want to be somewhere where I could do more of a track day, you know? Because I really wouldn't want to be like out there, out and about doing this like on, you know, regular civilian roads, because, well, that's a good place to screw yourself up, you know. And I'm sure you could easily do a wheelie on this. I'm not going to do one. I don't need to upset the friendly folks here at Suzuki. I mean, wind-wise, it's kind of what you'd expect. I mean, you ain't got a full-face windshield in front of you, so you're kind of out there in the elements. But it does all right. I think if you really lay it down, maybe it'd be a little bit better, but we're not at a speed where I need to do that for sure. Out here on my least favorite test run, the old buffalo chip run. Like I said, I can't get too crazy because, like I said, I got the authorities with me, although they're letting us open them up a little bit. I mean, they're not going wild like the Ducati boys were quite a few years ago. Latin and doing that Moto Guzzi run with the cornering marshal. Nothing like Van Acker Canyon at 90 miles an hour with a bike that ain't yours. during the Sturgis rally. All fun and games, you know. Yeah, I don't really have room for a cup holder on here. Wouldn't dream of putting one on. The one thing about it though, it's not too bad, like at low speeds. Like, it's not like, you know, it's all of it or none of it. Like, it feels like you definitely got some control over this. You definitely could do some damage if you wanted to. But overall, like, if you wanted to chill on this, I think you could just fine. You know, the throttle's kind of, you get out of it what you want to get out of it, you know? Here we go. Yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, you get up there fast. You get up there really fast, as you'd expect. I mean, it's a Hayabusa, for God's sakes. Got so much power in this thing. And you could just feel it. Like, you just... It feels like you've got a decent amount of control over it, but you just kind of know, you know, it's right under the surface there. Like, I feel like it could sneak up on you, you know? Yeah, if you're doing good, you got things under control, then you're wrenching a little hard, and you're wrenching a little harder, and you're wrenching a little bit more, and a little faster, and a little harder, and all of a sudden, uh-oh. You're staring down a 35 mile per hour decreasing radius turn, and well, you're doing 120 and you don't know if you're going to get slowed down in time. So it could sneak up on you for sure. But this definitely could be a bike you could have a lot of fun on, I think. Maybe not so much on the street, but you got a track nearby or something, or hell, even a drag race. And the one thing you do have with the Hayabusa, in my mind, that you don't have with other, you know, crotch rockets is, well, it's a Hayabusa. Just saying that, it's a Hayabusa. Like, you know, Hayabusa mother. Like, it just kind of has that badass connotation to it. It's just different, you know. What do you ride? I ride a Hayabusa. It just hit different, you know. It just hits different. And you see them out and about. One thing around here, you don't see a ton of them. Every once in a while. But it's usually that sport bike you see and you're like, what kind of bike is that? And you're like, oh yeah, Hayabusa. I will say this, I'll probably never have a sport bike. That's just not my, you know, that's just not what I gravitate towards. Just not the bike that I would run. But still not a bad bike. And also they're a bike you can do stuff with. I mean, the 2021 Iron Butt Rally winner rode a Hayabusa. Other things you'll notice on this. Yes, it has a cruise. Yep, it has a cruise control. Am I reading that right? I could see if you were doing the Iron Butt Rally where it might be handy to have this. Because you can make up some ground fast if you had to. But I will say this, arm rise, I mean, man, that's kind of uncomfortable on the wrist. It just is. My hands are pretty much numb right now. That's unfortunate. There, that was nice. Give my hand a rest. She's got a pretty good sound to her as well. Got a nice little throaty sound to her. Plenty of torque too. Here in 5th gear, she's got a lot behind her. Let's see it in 6th. Good amount of torque down at 2,000 RPMs. Not too bad, not too shabby. Here's what I think if you're what you're looking for to buy this one, where I think this would be good for you. If you're looking for like a sport bike, but you're looking for a sport bike that isn't like, you know, the sport bike everybody else is. Now, you're probably gonna pay a little bit more money for it because, well, you know, you're paying for that Hayabusa name. But how many people do you know actually own Hayabusas? Like, let's legitimately think about it. I bet a lot of you there ain't a lot to do. And I think that's the key selling point with this bike is, well, you got the uniqueness of it. The uniqueness that it is a Hayabusa. It's not just any sport bike, it's a Hayabusa. Like I said, that name just hits different in the motorcycle world as far as I'm concerned. Because you can be like, yep, I got a Hayabusa. What do you got? There it is. Ah, the Hayabusa. Buy it. Do it.